If you listen to Hawk, it already has this band thing, perhaps, with
Well, that's
different
what-
singers and.
Yeah, because I'm trying to create this band feel, which is like totally fake, and so it's a complete pain in the ass because I'm like bringing in all these. It's really expensive, you know, being a solo. It's crazy. It's like the most unsolo artist record, but then, yeah, and you know, and it's a head fuck for everyone. It's a head fuck for my manager. It's a head fuck for my labels. It's a head fuck for me. So maybe one day, you know. But I'm definitely going to try a record that is. I'm just going to really, like, really concentrate it and really challenge myself, and hopefully not have to like remortgage my house again in order to make a record. You know, I think it's good to have limitations as well. So, but yeah, it does sound like a band. It does. But a lot of the people that were playing on Hawk were like the touring bands. So, and they've not even heard the record. But I need to get someone to send it to them.
Is there? Do you have a perfect band in your head, like the people who are in it?
Sort of. I do, but then they break my heart. All of them, they're always breaking my heart. Like, one of them's gone off with Teenage Fan Club right now, and that's really broken my heart. And part of me is like, screw him, I'll never have him back. But I know that I will. But like, they're always like, you know, or like, oh, I've got other commitments, or oh, you know, it's whatever. It's like being a parent, like being a band leader. I talk about this with other friends that bring bands together, and it's a complete pain in the ass. I'd much rather be a diva, but I'm not. So yeah, I do have but it's like sometimes it's, if you lose someone else will come in and they will be equally, they'll bring something completely different, but it will be really good. So, and Mark tells me that it's about our voices anyway.
Yeah.
So
you could just put on a tape and sing it.
I say that sometimes. I'm going to tour with a ghetto blaster, and
Yeah.
I probably make the most money I've ever made.
Yeah.
But you know, he's good, because when I'm losing my mind and like crying about drummers, this drummer isn't good enough, blah, I need to cancel the tour or whatever, he is actually, he's like a big brother. He's like, be fine, blah 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 blah. And so, but I've got really high standards, so I can make things really tough for myself.
Okay, the title of the album, Hawk, does that word, how does that word relate to the songs? Or is it completely apart?
Oh no, it relates. It's completely like a feeling that I've had. I've had 7 managers since 2002. The music business is insane. I feel like a friend of mine, he says, you know, a guitarist that I work with, he says that we're all kind of selling our wares, you know. It's a marketplace, we're setting out our stall, you know, and that's the feeling. Well, that's kind of Hawk, really, because the music industry just breaks my heart, like, constantly, you know. I love music so much, you know, to the point of blindness. I'm really sort of emotional about it sometimes, and actually so emotional about it that sometimes it actually harms me, which is not good. But you know, it's this feeling, you know, of selling myself, you know, over the years. You know, you're kind of pimping your ass, and it's like, it's horrible, but you know, so that's a really strong feeling within me. You know, you're going with your begging bowl to your accountant, you're going with your begging bowl, you know, to whoever. It's like making the pact with the devil at the crossroads, you know. So that's kind of where that comes from. But also, when I was writing a lot of the songs on the record, I spent most of last year in Arizona, and I was staying in the mountains, and probably because I was so crazy from the music business, I just kind of ran away. And I'd just be like having breakfast and the hawks would be like flying, and so it's kind of like that too, like, because they're kind of magnificent birds and predators, and you know, they're symbolic of many things, you know, like hawk-eye view of the world, or but very much the torpedo one's weird. I'm very aware of that, because just to survive in the music business, you're hawking yourself all over the and at what point, it's like, to me, it's like, where do you draw the line? You know, at what point does it become prostitution? At what point are you like selling your soul? Like, I think about things like that. So it probably comes a little bit from being demoralized by a lot of things.